Hey guys, this is my first vlog ever, and I will talk about independent movie development. So in the last few weeks I did quite some research about how could you produce a movie, an independent movie, where it's actually pretty good and you can make your money back. So it's not as easy. The ideas I came up with are not very conventional, let's say. I think it's almost impossible to create a movie that is actually really good, that contains a lot of actors. It's not like this first-person type of horror movie that you see around, and shoot it in the US. That's the first thing I want to make clear. In the US, there's so many unions, and there's so many, and the salaries are so high that it's simply not very easy, unless you have, of course, a lot of friends. If you got a lot of professional friends, maybe it's possible. But if you're kind of like a guy with a vision or a girl with a vision and nothing else, then check what I have to say. So it would be best, of course, if you can raise some money on Kickstarter or Indiegogo to start with. But if not, you will still need, overall, I would say, $75,000. That is, I believe, the absolute minimum that someone needs in order to create a movie that's actually good, it's watchable, and it has a good chance of success. So let's assume that you have that $75,000 laying around, or you can raise them through Indiegogo or Kickstarter. The next point is that where are you going to shoot it? And I believe the answer to this is that you have to go abroad. You have to go to an Asian country, or you have to go to Southern Europe, or you have to go to South America. I'm Greek, so originally, and so for me that would be Greece. And what I like about Greece is the fact that right now, that financially they don't do so well, so their salaries are pretty low. So you can actually get some crew around for like 30 bucks a day, euros actually, and even pretty good actors for like $50 or 50 euros a day. So make sure your script has, you shoot each scene so that you minimize how much you have to pay for each actor and or crew. I believe that you would need about 10 people, 8 to 10 people regarding crew, which will be a cinematographer, your sound guy, hair and makeup, same person, and some art direction. And then also you will need a local guy to take care of the little things around, you know. So obviously you will need to work externally. You will have to work with a location management company, or because usually you find this for those countries, and they will find you also local actors. The idea is that you get 1 or 2 native English speakers actors, and everybody else is local. This way you pay the absolute minimum that you will need for the local actors, and you get some unknown actor from the US that you actually, or England or Canada or Australia, that you really like the way they act, and you pay them, you know, maybe $2,000 for, let's say, 3 weeks shoot, 21 days, 1 day of rest, and you pay, of course, for their airfare ticket, and of course you're gonna have to pay for the food for every day for everybody on location. So basically the idea is that you have 1 or 2 English actors and everyone else is local. Local meaning could be Portuguese, could be Greek, could be Moroccan, South American, Asian, and you will need 3 weeks of shoot, I believe, and you'll have to be there at least 4 to 5 weeks overall. So you have to put that on your budget. Overall, I think all of that will get you back about $40,000 overall. 40 to 50,000, it depends. If you're a native of that country and you have cousins and wherever there that can help you, you might be able to do it for 40K. Otherwise, you probably will need $50K. And then the rest, $25 of the $75,000 of budget is PR and marketing. You can never forget PR and marketing. If you forget the after production, the post production part of your movie, then you will never, means that you're not part of the business. You're just not somebody who will actually make it to the business. So you always have to factor all those things in. So you have to pay probably for a few festivals. You have to be very picky about those festivals, and then I believe that you will have to self-distribute. I don't believe that we are living today in a world where there's so many production houses that they sell to the big studios and the streaming services, and also at the same time cinema attendance goes down. So do not even think about actually showing your movie to a theater. I don't think that is realistic today. Today you'll have to self-distribute digitally. That's how you're going to make your money back. And I believe you can make your money back within 3 to 6 months, and then whatever you make after that is probably profit. Depends how good your movie is. I believe you can make anywhere from $100K to $500,000 of profit, as long as you're good at marketing, social media and everything. You hire a PR person when you have the premieres to some festival or something. You have to have a PR person take care of this part, a good PR person. And then you give all the interviews. Everybody is having the articles out at the same time about your movie, and then you have to have all the links in place. You ask every journalist that is interviewing you to put the links to your website, where you actually link to where the movie can be purchased. The moment your movie is getting premiered at the festival, 10 minutes later you have to have it online for purchase. And I would suggest that the number one service that you can make the most money on is actually Vimeo on demand. They give you like 90% of the whole of the revenue. So overall, that's where you're going to make your money. And but you have to be very clear that every time you link there. Eventually, you can also put Amazon on demand, but you don't make as much money. iTunes is actually a better deal. So I believe that for the first 3 months, Vimeo and iTunes are the best deal. You can put the Vimeo on demand all by yourself. The movie do the whole work all by yourself, but you will need an aggregator for iTunes to publish there. Then you can, about 3 to 6 months afterwards, you can publish on Amazon Prime. You can make some money on Amazon Prime, and I would suggest no more than 3 months, 3 to 6 months, and then find a distributor to be able to distribute your movie to various TV channels around the world. So basically, get as much money as you can from your movie on the first year that you self-distribute. So yeah, I believe it can be done, but it has to be a very specific type of movie. Obviously, it has to be character driven. You have to be good at directing, editing, writing the script, obviously. And the script, it has to be, as I said, 1 or 2 actors native English and the rest local. So that could be something like, let's say, some guy who's not happy and he has to move to that country, and so he's got some small adventure there, or it's like an espionage film, and you have 1 or 2 agents that are native speakers, and then English speakers, and then the rest are all native characters on the country that you're shooting on. Basically, variations of the same theme, actually, which is true. It's not very original, of course, to do variations of the same thing, but unfortunately, that's the best way to make your money back, because it's a lot of money to make a movie. So good luck.